preparation is to start. So if someone were to put the cloth on, I said, I'm making intention for Hajj, then it will be accepted from Shawwal. If I were to do it now, then it's not accepted. That's the difference of Shawwal. Obviously in Shawwal we have the Eid, Eid al-Fitr, because you just finished your fast of Ramadan, then we also celebrate Eid al-Fitr. The next month we have is Dhul Qa'dah. But before Dhul Qa'dah, there's one important hadith mentioned in Muslim. And when I say Muslim, that means this hadith is very authentic. It's called the sixth fast. Again, it's voluntarily. The Prophet said, peace be upon him, whoever completes fast of Ramadan and then adds to them the fast of 6 days in the month of Shawwal, it will carry the reward of fasting for the entire year. And the reason is, when you fast in the month of Ramadan, you fast for 30 days. It comes in the hadith and then also in the Quran. If you do one deed, it's multiplied by 10. So if you fast for 30 days, you get a reward of 300. And then if you fast 6 more, you get a reward of 60. So 360 is a whole year according to the lunar calendar. So therefore, you get reward for the entire year. Next we have Dhul Qa'dah. That is also one of the 4 sanctified months which is mentioned in the Quran. And also it's one of the 3 months of Hajj as well. So it's a month of preparation for the Hajj. Then finally we have Dhul Hijjah, the last month in Islam. It's called Dhul Hijjah, translation the month of Hajj. In that month we have the 9th day, which is very important. It has a lot of significance. It's called Yawmul Arafah, the day of Arafah. Those who goes for Hajj, the pilgrims, they have to go to a plain called Arafah. If they miss that day, or if they miss standing on that day, then the Hajj is not valid. No matter how much penalty they pay, whatever, the Hajj is not done. It's like someone missed a Salah. You know, he has to redo it now. So therefore he has to wait for another year and go for Hajj again. And then this is a prerequisite of Hajj, that he or she has to go in that located area. It's clearly stated, Arafah, and he or she has to stand even for 10 seconds, and then that's it. So then the Hajj is done. This is the significance of Arafah. Those of us do not make it for Hajj, we also could celebrate Arafah at home by remembering Allah and glorifying Him, and by keeping a fast. Because if someone fasts on the day of Arafah, then the Prophet ﷺ said, the one who fasts, it will be on the day of Arafah, that will be a compensation for all the sin that he has committed for the previous year. And in another hadith he said, for the previous year and also for the coming year. And when the Prophet says that this kind of virtue about sin is minor sins, not major sins. If you commit major sin, you have to repent, you have to do tawbah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive. All the minor sins are forgiven. There's something else happened. I made a mistake here. It's takbir tashrif. So instead of R here, it's supposed to be a T. That's a mistake. I don't know how I made this. I'm a human. So takbir tashriq. That's the best answer. Takbir tashriq. What does it mean? It's actually because we couldn't make it for Hajj, because those days of Hajj, 120 mercy of God descends on those months, on those days of Hajj. One mercy is enough for the benefit of the entire mankind. But such the blessing of Almighty Allah, that on the day of Hajj, 120 blessings of Allah descends. So all the people who goes for Hajj, they are getting that blessing, and we are deprived here. But Allah's mercy is so vast that He wants us to benefit from that mercy. So we will also do exactly what the people of the pilgrims are doing. And what do? From that morning of Arafah, the 9th of Fajr, till the Asr Salah on the 13th, the 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. It becomes 23 prayers. We will say the following takbir. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. This becomes a sunnah. We should remember this. It means Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest. None is worthy of worship but Allah, and Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest, and to Allah belongs all the praises. To recite this takbir is a sunnah for us, especially those of us who didn't make it for Hajj. Obviously, we also have on the 10th of this month, it's called Eid al-Adha, or you could call it Qurbani, or Udhiyya, or sacrifice, where one who is able to slaughter an animal, he or she should slaughter an animal and distribute the meat to the friends, family. You could consume it yourself as well, and also to the poor people. With this, all the 12 months we have covered in right time that you have given me. Jazakumullahu khairan.
Jazakumullahu khairan. Myself, I've got too many questions to ask about so many different things, but I'll let you guys, inshallah, ask any questions or any questions at all. It's completely open floor. So,
I'm a bit confused about the birth of the some people say that you should fast or celebrate it, and other people say that it's wrong to do it.
Thank you.
So for the rest of you didn't hear, it's a question of what should one do on the day of the Prophet's birthday, yeah? And the Shaykh will explain further.
Okay. Now there is no debate about the fact that the Prophet's birthday was a blessing for the human being. There's no one could argue about this one, that it was the day that Allah has blessed the entire humankind by the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The question of celebrating is a cultural thing. You'll find it differs from culture to culture. I myself, for example, I come from Bangladesh. When I was born also in Bangladesh as well. I've seen the way they celebrate. And after Allah has blessed me with knowledge, I've realized those celebrations is not acceptable because we don't have any sort of teaching. I've also seen some of the people who celebrate in this country, which it was different than what I've myself seen in Bangladesh. Then I went to Syria and I saw the way they celebrate as well, and I did not find anything wrong with it, because what they do is, the celebration basically means they all gather in the mosque and a sheikh comes and he talks about the biography of the Prophet ﷺ. So I myself couldn't come to a very concrete conclusion about the celebration because it differs from culture to culture. But if you look at Sharia, it's a very simple answer. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he lived amongst the companions. We don't find any single hadith where the Prophet himself celebrated his birthday or his companions celebrated his birthday. And that's something that we should think, because he lived for so many years. You know, he was Prophet at the age of 40, then he lived in Mecca for 13 years, not a single day they celebrated. One may question because it was difficult to do anything in Mecca. But then he lived 10 years in Medina. For 10 years he did not celebrate his birthday, nor any of the companions celebrated the birthday as well. So we don't find this kind of text, again. But as I said to you, if someone celebrates in the manner that I've explained, because as I said, the celebration, it differs from culture to culture. Do we have anything from the hadith to tell them, no, you can't do that, this is haram? I don't find anything like that. Because we know what's halal, we know what's haram is. So if someone, for example, some people, they think that celebrating is essential, now it becomes a problem. Where did you get that? Because we don't find any hadith. If someone said, no, we must gather in the masjid, and they condemn people who doesn't come to the masjid, now this is a problem. So this is how I look at it. So to summarize the answer, we don't have any hadith to prove about Prophet. We don't have hadith that we find hadith, we should fast on Monday, because the Prophet fasted on Monday. So if for the calendar say that his birthday falls onto a Friday, should we fast because it's his birthday? No, there's no hadith for that. The reason why the Prophet is to fast on Monday, he was asked, why do you keep a fast on Monday? He said, Monday is a special day. And on one hadith he said, Monday is the day that all the action are lifted up to the heaven. In another narration he said, Monday is the day that I was born. Okay? So the Monday has significance, not the fact that he was born that we should keep fast. I hope I have answered your question.
Any other question? The Shaykh is, mashallah, always ask about this. Any questions at all?
So, how do you think as Muslims should respond to those 4 holy months in particular?
Okay.
So, how should we respond to the 4 holy months?
Yeah. The 4 months